Hey everyone, welcome back. Greatly appreciate you tuning in here today. So I've got a few toys with me. We got the Umarex 1, 2 Origin, and we've got the Avenger. So we're going to be retesting the moderators just because someone did bring up a good point. The area that I was doing these tests in was in kind of a confined area, so the echoing of the rifle probably didn't help out the test very much. Plus, what I was shooting at my barricade in the background probably wasn't helping with the sound either. So here we're going to go ahead and be shooting out about 60 yards. That way, any kind of noise that we hear from the pellet won't come back and affect the test. But we're going to actually hear the real acoustics of these rifles and see if those moderators really are making a difference. Let's go ahead and get started. So first off, we're going to go ahead and use the Avenger stock. 5 shots using the JSB Hades 18 grain. Alright, 5 shots. Move to the next. Now we're going to go ahead and use my first 3D printed moderator on this. See how that does? Same idea, same pellets. 5 shots. Big difference. Now here I have the Donny FL Adapter. I'm going to go ahead and try this just to see if this alone will make a difference at all for this rifle, or if it's about the same or louder in regards to how it is stock. 5 more rounds. Thing was a little bit quieter than stock, but still, that's still pretty noisy. Now, this is the newest one that I've developed, so that way it can go on to the adapter here. I did change a little bit of the internals here just to kind of help with the acoustics to see if that'll change anything, so I'm going to see if that makes any difference. Well, we're definitely going to have to do a comparison to the first one and this one, because they almost sound identical. Let's go ahead and take a look at those two. Now, if any of you didn't know, the Avenger and the Origin share the exact same threading here at the end of the barrel. So we're going to go ahead and use the exact same components here for this test and see how this fares compared to the Avenger. But for the sake of the video, instead of just going straight to the Donny FL adapter, we're just going to be using 2 moderators and the stock. Because we already know that the Donny FL thing is really loud. It doesn't change anything. Alright. This is actually the first time, my first time shooting this thing, so it was interesting filling it up just because it has that probe, whereas the Avenger has the fill part at the very end. See how I like this. Ooh, that was kind of loud. Let's see what the moderator can do for it. A new mag. Wow. Twanging definitely got reduced. It almost sounds like a piston, one of those brake barrels. Cool, let's go ahead and move on to the next. Time for the updated moderator with Donny FL Adapter. Cool. Alright, let's go ahead and move on to the Umarex Gauntlet Gen 1. So I had to definitely take a break there for a second. It's 107 degrees out right now. Change the canopy, make sure the sun isn't in my tent and making it too hot. Gotta keep hydrated. That was refreshing. Kirkland. Now back to our video. And no, this is not sponsored. This one's a little bit low, so we're gonna go ahead and get it topped off using our fancy dancy scuba tank. Okay, pressure release is solid. Open this up. Beautiful sound. Okay, we'll fill it up there to about 2,000 because we don't really need anything more than that, and release the air. Easy, quick disconnect. So since we're not actually shooting a target, obviously don't have a scope on this, here is the moderator for it. We'll go ahead and do that here in just a second. Now, because of how this thing is set up, you are going to need to be aware that there are baffles inside here. There's a little spring that's inside here as well, but just be aware of that because this does have a tendency to fly out, and it just threads on just like the end cap does. 5 rounds with a moderator. Definitely quieter. Cool. Now we'll move on to the Gen 2. Brand new mag, installed, no moderator. cool. It's 5 rounds. So you'll have to forgive me for using my phone here for this instant. My GoPro media card decided it wanted to air out here today. And so it's not working for this particular segment. But anyways, what I wanted to touch on for this is that the internal of the Gen 2 has small little pieces, whereas the Gen 1 has that one big long piece. This is composed of about 4 of them, which helps reduce the noise. This little moderator just simply screws on just like the Gen 1. So just be mindful of those little pieces so that way you don't lose them when you take off the end cap. And now that we have it on and situated, we're going to go ahead and record, but we're only going to be getting the footage from the decibel reader. So let's go ahead and see what we get. Alright, well, that concludes our session here for today. I think they did rather well in regards to the 3D printed moderators. What do you think? Do you think 3D printers are actually making a difference in regards to shooting? Like, does it really reduce the noise levels? The decibel reader is definitely showing an improvement on the sound, but is it really worth it? I think that it's definitely worth it. I've been able to shoot multiple times using these downrange. The only thing that startles what I'm hunting is the animal that's getting shot. It'll flail around and make a big scene, and that's usually the only thing that's been disturbing my prey. Otherwise, if I miss, sometimes I can get a second or even a third shot. I know, I'm human. But I'm wondering if it does affect accuracy as well. So that's something that I do want to test in the future, is to see if 3D printed moderators do change your accuracy downrange. Maybe that's an attribution to me having to take a couple shots and get what I'm shooting at. But does an actual moderator made by a machine shop improve your accuracy enough? Or is it about the same as a 3D printed moderator? So is it really worth it to invest in something that expensive? Hopefully here in the near future I'll be able to answer those kind of questions with a moderator, a real one. Thanks for watching.